Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small-town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, I'm Brenda Pape, owner of the Unique Salon here in Oskaloosa, Iowa, and we are hiring a hairstylist. This station could be yours if you're interested in the job here at the Unique Salon. We have openings for a commission-based stylist or even a rental stylist. So if you're interested, please get back to me at the Unique Salon, 673-4969. Thank you.
And welcome in. Time for basketball here on Steve Shetler Media. It's a Tuesday night. We are in Marengo, Iowa for Sigourney at Iowa Valley. We've got girls and boys basketball action coming up tonight. Girls will get underway here in just a few minutes. First, our sponsors making our game possible for tonight. Barnwire, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Oski Dental, Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance, Kia Co-Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shetler Insurance Services, Lifetime Dental, Marie Grace Photography, Copper Lantern Bar and Grill, Signs Plumbing, Brothers Market, Sheets Chiropractic, Serve Pro, and Sloan Moore Monument, all on board as sponsors for Sigourney basketball. Again, we're at Iowa Valley tonight, and we've got Josh Clubb to do our play-by-play as usual. Josh, give us your expertise heading into tonight's games.
Well, I'm not an expert, but the Sigourney girls, 15-4 on the season, are on a 8-game win streak, looking to continue on to that, and have found themselves rated 12th in the state of Iowa in Class 1A. So, great season for them. Iowa Valley, I struggled a little bit this year with coming into this one with a record of 6-13. A couple of our leaders, real quick. For Sigourney's points leader, our scoring leader is Josephine Moore with 19.3 per game, 51% from the field, 75% from the arc, beyond the arc, and Bryn Clarahan averaging 17 points a game, 40% from the field, and 31% from beyond the arc. Iowa Valley's leading scorer is Lydia Kriegel. She's averaging 17. She's also the rebounds leader and assist leader for the Tigers. So the Tigers basketball or girls basketball team this year's kind of revolved around Izzy Kriegel, and we'll see if the Savages can hold her at bay tonight. Speaking of stats, though, for the Savages, a couple of girls leading the complete state of Iowa. Bryn Clarahan she's in third in all of Iowa across all classes in steals with 126 steals on the season. And Jo Moore leads the state of Iowa across all classes with free throws made. She's got 132 made off 174 attempted. So Jo and Bryn not only just leading the team, but up there in the standings across the state of Iowa as well. Other leaders for the Savages, Ava Fish is averaging 5.2 per game. Addie Finner averages 4.3 rebounds per game. Jo Moore is the rebound leader with 11.1 rebounds per game, 5 offensively and 6 defensively. And then we got Bryn Clarahan as the assist leader at 4.2. Tonight marks the end of the Sickle Conference play for both these teams. Sigourney has 2 more games remaining after tonight. They'll take on Moravia and Centerfield. Moravia at home in Centerville. Centerville is, I believe, at Centerville. So regular season winding out. Come this weekend, we'll have some postseason pairings and see where these teams are headed. Sigourney boys and girls will find out where they're heading for the postseason. Sigourney won this matchup earlier in the season. Back on December 17th, they won that one 62-38. Starting lineups out on the floor. They got Ava Fish shaking hands at center court with Ilana McKibben. And then we got Addie Finneran wearing jersey number 2. She'll shake hands with Izzy Kriegel wearing jersey 15. Then for the Savages, we're going to have McKinley Chittick come out wearing jersey number 10. And then Clara Fry, a junior for the Tigers, wearing jersey number 20. And then we got Bryn Clarahan, number 21. She'll come out and she'll meet up with number 25, Lydia Kriegel. There at center court. And then Josephine Moore for the Savages, wearing jersey number 22. And she'll meet up with Mila Frimmel, wearing jersey number 45. And that is how we'll start them out. They will now do the national anthem here in the gym. Listen into that.
At this time, if you are able, would you please rise and remove any headwear for the singing of our national anthem being performed this evening by members of the Iowa Valley Basketball Cheerleading Squad.
Not sure how well you could hear that. That was the cheerleaders for the Iowa Valley Tigers singing the national anthem. It was they were singing into a microphone, but I don't know that it was playing over the speakers, so it was pretty
They may have been holding it out far enough where it wasn't picking them up.
Yeah, but they did a good job, and we will that will get us started as these two teams break the huddle. To start off our doubleheader with boys game to follow this. And Lydia Kriegel will meet Joe Moore at center court. To tip it off, Sigourney's going to go from our left to our right. Kriegel tips it back into the hands of Bryn Clarahan, though. She goes right to the left side lane, puts up a layup, no good. Rebound's tipped around, falls in the hands of Clarahan, sends it outside. Chittick fires a 3, and this is good. Kinley Chittick opens up scoring. As the Tigers bring it down, Kriegel goes inside out, sets it to Fry. Try to pass across the lane. It nearly goes out of bounds. Clarahan almost beat McKibben to it. Now inside to Kriegel. She has to go back outside. 15 on the shot clock. Lydia Kriegel fires a 3, and this is no good. Rebounded, though, by the Tigers. Going back up for the shot is off the rim and goes out of bounds. Savages will take over. That was McKibben. Tried that one. There is Lydia Kriegel, top of the key. Gets it into Izzy Kriegel. She goes up for a jumper. This is no good. The return shot was blocked by Finneran into the hands of Moore. Moore clears it up to Ava Fish, who will bring him up the floor. Fish sends it left side to Chittick. At the left wing, she fires another 3, and this is off the heel. Battle for the rebound goes to Izzy Kriegel, and Bryn Clarahan tried to slap it away, and she's targeted for the foul. First foul of the game. Savages have some soft pressure in the backcourt. able to get it up to Frimmel. Frimmel right back to Kriegel. Kriegel puts a jumper up in the lane. This is in and out, no good. Ball's being batted around and last touched by Moore. Stay with the Tigers with the new shot clock. Just underway here, 3-0 by way of a McKinley Chittick three-pointer to open up the game. First possession here. They go inside to Frimmel. Her shot's blocked by Chittick into the hands. She sends it up to Clarahan. Is going to push it up the floor. Lobs it into Moore, and pass is tipped out of bounds. We'll stay with the Savages. That was McKibben that reached in and tipped it away. Savages get it to the corner to Chittick, who fires another three, and this one's good. Kinley Chittick, 2 for 3 from the three-point line, has the Savages up 6-0. As they work it around, that's Lydia Kriegel back to the right. Now to Fry. Fry drives down to the corner, tries to throw it across court to Lydia Kriegel, back to Izzy Kriegel at the free throw line. Her shot was blocked by Fish, I think. Goes into the hands of Chittick, and Chittick brings it up the floor. She sends it up, a pass up high to Moore. Moore tries to save it, but cannot do so. It looked like she was able to bounce it off the leg of McKibben, but I think her foot might have been on the baseline. Nonetheless, Tigers will take back over. Get down the floor in a hurry, and a pass is tipped, but gathered back in. Lydia Kriegel fires another three. This is no good. Rebounded again by Iowa Valley. Izzy Kriegel sends it inside, laying it up in and good is Mila Frimmel. Finneran with her just inside the left wing, kicks it back out to Fish. Around to Chittick, down to the corner to Clarahan. Clarahan throws it across court to Ava Fish. She head fakes a three, steps to the wing, sends it inside to Moore. Moore can't do anything. They send it back outside. Working around to the corner to Clarahan. She sends a strong pass inside to Moore. Moore goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. So she's going to find herself in familiar territory at the free throw line. They called the foul on Izzy Kriegel. Moore gets the first one to go. And Becca Gretter is going to check in for Ava Fish. Moore able to hit them both. The Savages continue with pressure in the backcourt. Soft pressure, not really pushing the issue, just forcing them to pass. As Lydia brings it across the floor with 26 seconds on the shot clock. She goes right side. She's got a runner in the lane. That's McKibben down to the corner, right back around, all the way backside now to Fry, who catches it and puts up a shot. And this is bouncing around and falls for Fry. (8-4) now, 4:34 to go. And here's a quick three by Clarahan, no good. Rebounded by Iowa Valley. And up, trying to push the pace. Izzy Kriegel stumbled, passed around, working all the way around to Lydia Kriegel. She puts the jumper up, no good, rebounded by Clarahan. Brennan, top of the key, lobs it down to the baseline to Chittick, who catches it and puts a jumper up, no good. Goes right into the hands of Moore. Moore's putback is no good. Halfway through the first quarter here, it is 8-4. That's Fry. Dribbles up top, sends it down low now to McKibben. Back to Fry and around to Kriegel to the far side wing. She's asking for help as Becca Gretter is on the defense. And Kriegel dribbles out of it. Sends it around. Inside they try to go, and it passes, goes through the hands of Frimmel in the hands of Moore. Savages pushing the pace all the way inside. Clarahan goes up for a shot, and she's fouled. So that'll send Bryn Clarahan to the line. Get that foul on McKibben. Her first, team second of the quarter. As Fish will now check in for McKinley Chittick. As Bryn Clarahan's able to make both free throws, Savages lead 10-4. Soft pressure is no problem for the Tigers as Fry gets it across to Fremmel. They work it around to Marshall, who checked into the game in that last stoppage. Inside, they're trying to find Fremmel. Back to Kriegel. Kriegel puts a jumper up, no good, rebounded by Moore. Becca Gretter brings the Savages up the floor, sends it inside to Finneran. Finneran reverses dribble, has the ball tipped initially, and they're going to call a travel as she was leaping forward. That'll be a turnover right back to Iowa Valley. As Marshall will bring him up the floor, sends it right side now as Izzy Kriegel. Iowa Valley's offense is essentially ran the same play every time they've had the ball. Kriegel has it now, drives right side of the lane, uses the elbows to get a little shooting room, but cannot make the jumper. Clarahan with the rebound. She's going to run, push it all the way to the rim, and lays it up in and good. Bryn Clarahan with 4 now. First field goal for Bryn. As the Tigers trying to send it down low, Finneran knocks it out of bounds. They'll stay with Iowa Valley. McKinley Chittick's going to check in now for Addie Finneran. So on the floor for the Savages, you got Fish, Moore, Chittick, Clarahan, and Becca Gretter. Tigers in 26 seconds. Send it inside to Kriegel. Back outside to Kriegel. She fires a 3. This is well short. Bounces into the hands of Ava Fish. She pushes all the way up the floor to Clarahan. Clarahan sends it opposite side to Becca Gretter, who catches and shoots a long jumper. No good. Rebounded by Josephine Moore. Outside to Clarahan. Inside to Chittick. Chittick picks up a tough shot. No good. Rebounded by Moore. Moore back up top to Fish. Lobs it into Clarahan, but it's over her head. And Clarahan thought that it was tipped and let it go. So that'll turn it over to Iowa Valley. As McKibben's going to check in, back in now for Iowa Valley. Out will come Clara Fry. Now Clarahan tries to jump the ball in the backcourt. It knocked it loose. Becca Gretter reaches in there. No whistle. Ball becomes loose. Chittick comes up with it, sends it up the floor to Fish. Fish from the right wing steps outside, lobs it inside to Moore. Moore fights her way to the basket and fouled on her way up. So Josephine Moore will go right back to the free throw line. That foul is called on McKibben. That's her second. Team's third. And Moore misses the front end. Joe spends a lot of time at the free throw line this season. Coming into tonight, 174 attempts. And this is number 4 already tonight, and she makes it. With a minute 40 to go in the opening quarter, Sigourney leads 13-4. Lydia Kriegel brings him up the floor, crosses half court, picks up her dribble, has to send it left wing to Marshall. Marshall looks inside, throws a high pass, nearly over the head, but saved back into bounds to Kriegel. They work it quickly now. Izzy Kriegel from the right wing inside to Lydia. She goes back to Izzy. They try to lob it inside to Fremmel, and the pass is over her head into the hands of Fish. Fish in transition, looking up the floor. Nothing's open. Stops at the right wing and fires a deep 3, and this is off the mark. No good. Rebounded by Clarahan. Clarahan dribbles to the right corner, then throws it back to Fish at the left wing. Fish steps back at the top of the key, puts another deep 3 up. This is in and out and in. Ava Fish scores her first points of the night as Izzy Kriegel has the ball knocked free, and then a foul is going to be called. Or not a foul, excuse me. They're going to say Chittick was on the baseline and she knocked the ball free. As the Tigers work it around the arc, Marshall, top of the key, sends it right side to Kriegel. Down in the corner, has the ball, poke 3 by Becca Gretter. Battle for the ball on the floor. It should be a jump ball. It is. Possession arrow is in favor of the Tigers, so they'll keep it. .33.8 on the game clock. Kriegel sends it in. 12 seconds on the shot clock. Inside 10 now for Kriegel at the right wing. Sends it right side now. Looking for a pass inside. Has the ball poked free again. They try to get it inside again. This is tipped free by Moore. Into the hands of Becca Gretter. 20 seconds. And Clarahan slows up. Fish drives down inside. Lobs it into Moore. Moore lays it up in and good. Joe's got 5. 8 seconds on the game clock as Kriegel's got to hurry up. I'm not sure Iowa Valley's aware. This is Miller who fires a deep shot as time expires. It is no good. Air ball into the hands of Joe Moore. And that is how we'll head to the second quarter with Sigourney leading 18-4.
And our first quarter sponsor. We got through that entire quarter without taking any sort of break, Josh.
I noticed. I was surprised when I looked up and saw there's only 30 seconds left.
I just realized that. And we thank Barnwired for being our first quarter sponsor. You can find them at 119 East Marion in Sigourney. Let's hear from our second quarter sponsor, which is Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And we thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter here on Steve Shuttler Media. We've got Sigourney at Iowa Valley. The Sigourney girls leading 18-4, as you can see, after one quarter of play. Second quarter set to begin. Josh Clubb, our play-by-play announcer.
All righty, the Savages are going to send Bryn Clarahan, Ava Fish, McKinley Chittick, Addie Finneran, and Joe Moore out on the floor. Savages start with the ball to start this second. Leading 18-4. Fish has the left wing, sends it inside to Finneran. Turns, sends it baseline. Chittick steps back in the corner. Thought about a three for a second. They send it back up top to Fish. Reverse court to Clarahan. Clarahan lobs it inside to Chittick, who's at the baseline. Open, but overshoots her. And Savages turn it over. Keep the pressure in the backcourt. As the Tigers able to beat it, they get it into Izzy Kriegel, fires them. Line drive of a shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Iowa Valley. Here's a deep two, and this is off the heel and goes over the backboard. That'll be out of bounds to the Savages. That was Fry that shot that. Or, excuse me, Lydia Kriegel. Here's quickly. The Savages get down there and get a quick jumper from McKinley Chittick. Chittick's got 8. The Savages lead is 16. As the Tigers work it around, I mean, the Tigers have certainly out-rebounded the Savages in this one and have had the ball a lot longer than Sigourney, but just unable to get good shots off. So credit the Savage defense. Here's a pass that is deflected by Finneran into the hands of Clarahan. Clarahan in transition is going to go take it all the way to the rim, lays it up in and good. Bryn's got 6. Iowa Valley working quickly. That's Fry. Reverses her dribble at the top of the key now. Left side to Marshall. Marshall sends it inside to Lydia Kriegel. Back outside. They're going to try a 3, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Moore. It was Clara Fry that tried the 3. And Fish lobs it right side. That's Clarahan. Now down low to Chittick. Chittick to Finneran. Finneran drives right side lane. Puts up a shot. Gets it to go. First 2 points for Addie tonight. 24-4. 20-point lead. As Kriegel has it inside, back outside to Fry. Now left side to Marshall, tries a deep jumper. This is way off the mark. Ball is tipped by Fish into the hands of Moore. Moore clears it back to Chittick, and Chittick brings him up the floor. Sends it all the way up to Clarahan, who's unguarded. She catches it, fires a 3, and this is an air ball gathered in by Fish. Fish brings it back up top. Chittick fires a 3 from the top of the key, and this is off the front of the rim. Long rebound ends up in Kriegel's hand, and then Clarahan comes behind and knocks it out of bounds. We'll go back to Iowa Valley. This Chittick's going to come out on the stoppage, and then's going to come Charlie Smothers. Tigers working around. Lydia Kriegel sends it to Fry. Fry puts a jumper up. This is off the heel. No good. Rebounded by Finneran. There's a player hurt on the floor. That's Lydia Kriegel. Finneran crosses half court, sends it right side to Clarahan. Clarahan inside to Smothers. Smothers is fouled on her way up. She will go to the line to shoot 2. Lydia Kriegel still on the floor with this stoppage. They'll tend to her. Called the foul on Izzy Kriegel. Her second. It is Lydia Kriegel that is on the floor hurt, grabbing at her ankle. So 24-4, Charlie Smothers will have 2 free throws to shoot. And we'll send it to Steve.
Well, thanks, Josh. Hey, again, we do thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for sponsoring our second quarter. And just to give some love for Barnwire, they didn't get much love during the first quarter, so we thank Barnwired for being our first quarter sponsor. Of course, they're located at 119 East Marion in Sigourney for home decor, coffee, and more. Stop into Barnwired. Be a great place to shop for Valentine's Day, Josh. You got Valentine's Day covered? Are you good?
I'm not good. No. Are you good, Steve?
Maybe.
Well, have you got your Christmas shopping done yet?
I did. I ended up getting my Christmas shopping done. Thank you for asking.
Yeah.
But yeah, get in there for Valentine's Day to Barnwire. They can hook you up. It's an easy place to spend some money.
All right, so you saw on your screen, Lydia Kriegel helped off. Charlie Smothers at the line to shoot 2, able to make the first one, her first point of the night. That extends the lead for the Savages to 21. Smothers going to try to make it 22. She can't off the heel. Rebounded, though, by Finneran. Finneran sends it left wing to Fish. He's going to reverse court all the way right wing, sends it down low to Clarahan. It goes opposite side to Moore. It's over her head. Moore's able to track it down in the corner. Sends it baseline to Finneran. Back outside to Moore. He's going to try a 3, and this is off the mark. No good. Long rebound is saved by Clarahan. No, she caught the baseline. Good rebounding effort there by the Savages. Now a pass across the court is tipped by Moore out of bounds just as they cross half court. Becca Gretter is going to check in, see who she's going to come in for. She's coming in for Addie Finneran. .4:56 to go in the second quarter. Sigourney leads by 21. As the Tigers working around the arc, they have not scored since about the 4-minute mark of the first period. Here is Fry, right wing, sends it down to the corner. They're looking inside, nothing doing. It's ball is tipped initially, able to gather back in, back outside. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. 5 to shoot, and they go put a runner up. This is no good. Didn't touch the rim. It falls into Clarahan's hands. She lets everything clear out and brings it across. Lobs it up the floor to Moore. Moore lays it up in and good. Iowa Valley having a tough night from the field, just 2 for 14 is here going inside. Clarahan's going to foul. Ends up fouling Marshall. That'll be Clarahan's second. Just misjudged which direction she was heading. Here are the Tigers. 4 minutes have passed. It's been a whole quarter since they've scored. Here's a long-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Fry. She lost it, though. Dribbles back into the lane, has it tipped free again. It goes in between her legs into the hands of Bryn Clarahan. She, in transition, gets all the way down right side, lays it up in and good. Bryn Clarahan just took that defender to school, as they will say. Completely baffled her with that hesitation move. And the Savages just pouring it on. Iowa Valley tries the 3, and this is an air ball. Into the hands, though. Tough rebound and putback made by Mila Frimmel. First field goal since the 4-minute mark of the first, and Clarahan immediately tries a lob pass into Moore and turns it right back over to the Tigers as Chittick's going to check in for Moore now. Coach Weber identifying the large lead and getting some different looks in. You got Becca Grutter, Bryn Clarahan, Ava Fish, McKinley Chittick, and Charlie Smothers on the floor for the Savages right now. Iowa Valley still can barely get past it as Fish reaches in and forces a jump ball. Possession arrow will keep it with Iowa Valley. 3:07 to go in the second. Savages leading 29-6. as the Tigers working around the arc. Now they try to lob it back inside to Frimmel. It's tipped by Chittick into the hands of Fish. Fish gets it up to Chittick, who brings him across. Right wing to Clarahan. Clarahan looking inside for Smothers, changes her mind, sends the left wing to Fish. Fish steps back, fires the deep three, and this is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Becca Gretter. Gretter tries to pass it back up top, and it's tipped and taken away by Iowa Valley. Smothers reaches her hands in and forces a jump ball. It'll stay with Sigourney. Chittick goes to the baseline, far side of the floor. Sends it in to Smothers. Smothers catches it, tries a shot. Shot is blocked. She catches her own block, sends it back to Chittick, who puts a jumper up and good. McKinley's got 10. And here's a pass by Marshall that is tipped out of bounds by McKinley. 2:32 to go before the half. Elmericks for Iowa Valley holds it at the right wing, sends it around to Marshall. Marshall looking for a screen. Nobody came to put it in. They'll work it opposite side of the court now. Marshall from the right wing picks up her dribble, sends it back to Helmrich, has it tipped by Gretter. Gretter picks it up off the floor and sends it back to Clarahan. Clarahan in transition, dribbles through traffic all the way left side, sends it right side to Smothers, who puts up a shot, and Charlie will go back to the line to shoot 2 more. Fouls on Frimmel, her first. Smothers misses the first one off the heel. And Addison Trimble will check in for Ava Fish. And Smothers missed both the free throws. Rebounded this time by Iowa Valley. Fry has it, sends it right side to Marshall. Marshall's drives down to the corner, picks up her dribble. She's in trouble, has the count on, finally just throws a prayer up, and it's taken away by Gretter. Gretter gets it up to Clarahan. Clarahan crosses half court with 1:45 to go, sends it down low to Chittick. Chittick catches it and puts up a layup good. McKinley has now got 12. The Savages lead 33-6. As Marshall brings them across quickly, has it at the right wing, sends it inside to Frimmel. Back around they go. And now the pass is tipped by Clarahan. That'll go down as another steal for Bryn. Bryn crosses over, lays it up, and too strong. Rebounded by Smothers. Smothers' putback is too strong. And Iowa Valley able to come up with that rebound to get it all the way across court to Frimmel. Frimmel goes up. She's going to be fouled by Smothers. First foul on Charlie, second on the team of the quarter. Frimmel makes the front end. She's got 5 of the 7 points for the Tigers tonight. Make it 8. As Ella Bruns checked in as well on that stoppage. She checked in for Chittick. Savages have Trimble, who's going to fire a 3, and this is no good. Rebounded by Frimmel of Iowa Valley. As the Tigers working around quickly, 35 to go before the half, and here's a shot that is a jump ball stuck on the side of the rim. Possession arrows will keep it with Iowa Valley. This referee's tall enough, he could get up there and get it. There you go. Let the high school girl take care of it. No, I was going to say that they already switched the arrow, so that's why the girls took off jogging. .5 to go. Iowa Valley gets it in to Frimmel. Frimmel goes up for a tough shot. This is blocked by Smothers, and the battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Frimmel. So the Savages can take it to halftime with one shot, and it looks like that's exactly what Coach Weber was telling Clarahan. Sprint will bring them across. Bren just working around everything. Becker Gretter puts a jumper up with 7 seconds to shoot and gets it to go. Her first 2 of the night. 2 to shoot, 1, and they're going to heave it up, but it's going to be well short. So we will head to halftime with the Savages leading 35-8.
All right, we do thank Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics for being our second quarter sponsor. This game moving right along at a good pace, and as you see at halftime, Sigourney girls lead Iowa Valley 35-8. We'll go silent here for a few minutes and be back with the second half here in about 10 minutes on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook, and YouTube.
This year.
All right, so you've been listening to some of the Iowa Valley Pep Band during halftime here on Steve Shetler Media. Halftime brought to us by Shetler Insurance Services on the east side of the square in Sigourney. Third quarter coming up in 1 minute. Third quarter brought to us by Oski Dental. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. All right, Oski Dental is sponsoring our third quarter. Sigourney girls are ahead, and still got about 20 seconds to go. Looks like all the players are ready to rock and roll.
Yep, they're ready to go. And good sign for Iowa Valley is Lydia Kriegel is back out on the floor. Saw her come back to the bench there just before halftime, but stretching out that ankle, and she's good to go. And they're going to let the time wear off. Ava and Fish and Bryn Clarahan will just stand out there awkwardly for a couple more seconds.
They have to get in the Savage Cobras song. Savage Cobras.
They probably call it something else here, Steve.
Iowa Valley.
Here is Clarahan. Starting five back in for the Savages to start the second half. They lead 35-8. Clarahan from the left wing is going to fire a three, and this is too strong, rebounded by Izzy Kriegel. Quickly down the floor, they send it to Frimmel, who has it tipped out of bounds from behind by Bryn Clarahan. Here's a pass inbounds, is tipped, gathered back in. Lydia Kriegel has it right wing, sends it to Izzy Kriegel, right side corner. She steps back, fires a three, and this is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Frimmel initially, but Moore and Chittick reach in and force a jump ball. It'll stay with Iowa Valley. Tigers get it into Izzy Kriegel. She fires another three, and this is off the heel, no good. Battle for the rebound. It's still loose ball down there, and Finneran and Fry or McKibben are going to battle for it. It's going to be another jump ball, and this will go back to Sigourney. Chittick sends it into Clarahan, and Clarahan will bring Savages up the floor. She has it left wing. Momentarily looked inside, sends it right wing to Fish. Fish lobs it into Finneran, has it tipped away by McKibben. Ball came through McKibben's leg, back in the hands of Finneran. Finneran pushes out to Clarahan, who drives inside, tries to pass it across the lane. It's kicked out of bounds. It'll stay with Sigourney. 17 seconds on the shot clock. 7:04 here in the third, 35-8. And Chittick has it baseline near side of the floor. She gets it into Moore, right back to Chittick, and Chittick did not have her foot back in bounds. Catches it with her foot still out of bounds, so I'll turn it right back over to the Tigers. Izzy Kriegel will bring the Tigers up the floor, sends it right side to Fry. Back to Kriegel. Right side now. That's Fry. To Lydia Kriegel, who fires a deep jumper. This is no good. In transition, Clarahan looking across the lane as Kriegel's able to get back and slow her up. Sends it inside to Finneran. Finneran puts a layup up, no good. Rebounded by Moore. Moore has it ripped from behind. They're going to say she was on her way up, so that'll send Joe Moore back to the line. Moore is 4 for 5 so far tonight. Makes it 5 for 6. She's got 9 points. Savages lead 37-8. As Kriegel, they send it around now inside. Chittick tips it out. Izzy Kriegel's there to take it away. Tries to lob it inside. She jumped with it. That's a travel. Turns right back over to the Savages. And Sigourney, go ahead.
Of course, later on, we're going to be picking the Sigourney Motors Player of the Game. McKinley Chittick making a strong case for things right now.
Sure, certainly started the game out that way, hitting back-to-back threes. They lob it inside to her now. She goes across to Moore. Moore goes up for a shot and is fouled, and she's going to go back to the free throw line. call that foul on Izzy Kriegel, her third, team second, and Moore gets the first one to go. And certainly is going to stay, at least after tonight, probably in that top spot for free throws made in the state of Iowa as she misses the back end. She's number one as free throws attempted, too. 8 attempts tonight, 6 for 8. And here Iowa Valley turns it over with an errant pass right back to Sigourney. And I believe Moore's, I'll look at it quick here again as Fish has it at the right wing. Sends it to the corner to Chittick. Head fakes, sends it back up top to Fish. Fish catches it, looks for space, sends it back to Chittick in the corner. She fires a three, and this is good. Yeah, McKinley's now got 15 points. And the Savages on the verge of forcing the continuous clock. 2 more points is what they would need. And that would start that, but Iowa Valley's going to answer. They get a layup in and good by Frimmel. She's got 8 of the 10 points for the Tigers tonight. 5:22 to go. First basket. Well, here's a quick three by Fish. He gets a deep three to go. David Fish has got 6. And that was the first basket by Iowa Valley since the 3:24 mark of the second period. Tigers work it back down. Fish tried to jump the pass unsuccessfully. They get it backside to Fry. Fry puts a jumper up. This is no good. Rebounded by Chittick. Chittick sends it up to Clarahan in transition. Clarahan cuts left side, lays it up and good. Bryn's got 10. And that will start the continuous clock. 46-10. Continuous clock will stay on unless Iowa Valley is able to get within 25 points.
So heading into the postseason, Josh, I'm going to take away from your play-by-play here.
All righty.
Heading into the postseason, of course, you know, when Sigourney, the Sigourney girls, what are they, ranked 12th right now?
Yep.
So, they're going to be looking at probably some favorable matchups. But when they get into those harder teams, you know, of course, you got Bryn, you've got Josephine, who are your top 2 players. But when you can add in like a McKinley Chittick and an occasional 3 from Ava Fish, I mean, that makes this a pretty dangerous team.
Yeah, it does.
If you can get play out of Ava and McKinley, I mean, that's going to be a tough team to beat.
They could be, especially if Moore can establish herself inside. Here's Clarahan, fires a deep 3. This is no good. That last foul on the floor was Izzy Kriegel. That is her 4th, so she came out of the game. Savages subbed in a lot of bench players there on that stoppage too. But yeah, you can see, you know, Chittick will have games where she scores a lot. So will Fish. You also got Addie Fennerin that can add to it. That's Lydia Kriegel laying it up in and good. So yeah, if things align, you know, the first 2 rounds certainly probably not going to be the greatest of opponents, but you get to the 3rd round of the postseason in basketball, and everybody's, you know, they got 5, 6, maybe even 7 really good players. Here's a runner by Bryn. She's got 12 now, so we'll see. Being ranked 12th, though, in the state should give them a favorable bracket, at least sub-state bracket, that is. This here is Lydia Kriegel going inside, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Adeline Tribble. As Bryn now comes down quickly, sends it across the court to Bruns. Passes tip, Bruns fights and gets it back. Sends it outside to Trimble. Trimble fires a 3, and this is off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Clarahan. Clarahan's putback is good. Timeout taken for subs by Sigourney. That is the first called timeout of the game. 2:22 to go in the 3rd, continuous clock running, 50-12 in favor of Sigourney.
I tell you what, we've done a lot of basketball this winter, and it seems like some of the teams that we follow tend to call, use all their timeouts in the first half, it seems like. So
yeah.
To wait till the 3rd quarter for a timeout is pretty crazy.
Seems crazy.
We do thank Oski Dental for being our 3rd corner sponsor. Get a hold of Dr. Dan at 641-673-4850. 4-5. And yeah, good to see a lot of Sigourney players getting some time, some needed time on the court. As again, getting closer to postseason, and you need some of these players with some minutes under their belt.
Yeah, you're an injury away for some of these, and Sigourney dealt with that with Bailey Grutter, who's got a cast there on the bench. But now you got Ella Bruns, Adeline Trimble, Charlie Smothers, Clara Hanselman, and Becca Grutter on the floor. Here's a jumper for Iowa Valley, no good. Rebounded though by Iowa Valley initially, then taken away. Trimble clears it out, gets it to Becca Grutter, who brings the Savages up the floor. Right side to Trimble, now down to the corner to Hanselman. Savages work it back around the arc. Bruns has it now. Back to Trimble. Trimble fires a three on the catch, no good. Didn't even catch the rim. Rebounded by Kriegel, who's back on the floor with 4 fouls. Inside out. Tigers going to try a three, and this is short and out of bounds. That was attempted by Avery Helmrichs. For some reason the clock stopped there. Minute 12 to go. It started going again, but minute 12 to go here in this third. Savages with commanding lead. Smothers travels with it to turn it back over to the Tigers. So we'll see if the starters even come back in. Potentially start the fourth period, probably a possession or two, and then call it a night. As here's a quick jumper. This is blocked by Trimble, tracked down by Smothers. Smothers bounces it on the baseline, though, and turns it right back over to Iowa Valley. Clock running with 35 to go, so the shot clock will shut off. And Iowa Valley will inbound it with about 20 seconds left. Once they get it in, 23 to go. Go right back to Fremmel. Fremmel is going up for a shot, has it tipped out of her hands. Bruns tracks it down, baseline, gets it up to Adeline Trimble. Trimble sends it left wing to Grutter. Grutter down to the corner to Smothers. Back up top to Grutter as Savages working around the arc. Now Grutter reverses, drives inside, passes it down the lane to Smothers. Smothers going up for a shot, has it blocked out of bounds, by Mila Frimmel. And time will expire as the ball is out of bounds. We will head to the fourth quarter with Sigourney leading 50-12.
And again, we thank Oski Dental for being our third quarter sponsor. Fourth quarter on the way. It's brought to us by Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. Christy Tarr, American Family Insurance, sponsoring our fourth quarter as we start with the Darth Vader theme, Josh.
I'm not a Star Wars guy, Steve.
Josh, I am not your father.
Note he's over there in a yellow shirt. All right, the Savages are going to send out Clary Hanselman, Ashton Tisch, Ella Bruns, Ella Finneran, and Devin Smallwood. Actually, don't even have Devin Smallwood on my nonetheless, here's a three from Iowa Valley, and it's saved inbounds by, or attempted to save it back in bounds, unable to do so. And Finneran sends it inside to Smallwood. Smallwood left side of the lane, sends it across the lane to Bruns, and Bruns is fouled on her way up. That'll send Ella Bruns to the line to shoot two.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The Sigourney defense for the girls has held some of their opponents to some minute numbers. Didn't they play Belle Plaine here recently?
Yeah, held them to 4.
4 points.
As Bruns cannot hit the front end. Yeah, that's I mean, even tonight, only allowing 12 points in a varsity basketball game, and some of these underclassmen, so they're going to wave this shot off. They're going to say Bruns stepped on the free throw line. She did make it, but will not even count as a shot. So she'll be 0 for 1 at the free throw line. Here is Izzy Kriegel bringing the Tigers up the floor.
I wonder, maybe you know, was that 4 points any sort of defensive record for Sigourney girls basketball?
I have no idea.
It's gotta be. It's gotta be.
Here's a shot swatted out of bounds. Turned back over to Sigourney. I mean, I know there was a game they played. It was the first round of the postseason a couple years ago, and that team, not to take away from Sigourney's defense, but the team just could not shoot. And I know it was single digits was the final score, but I don't know if it was only 4. As Devin Smallwood was fouled on her way up, she'll go to line to shoot 2. Foul was called on Macy Marshall, her second. And Smallwood hits the front end. Devin a little too strong on the back end. It is battle for the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Hanselman. And the Tigers will take over. So yeah, just looking down at the Savages bench, besides the 2 injured players, they've gotten everybody some pretty substantial minutes here. Here is Trimmel going inside. She's going to be fouled by Smallwood. Her first, team's second. 6:25 to go. Clock does stop for free throws. It is Mila Frimmel at the line. Misses the front end.
I want to see Tremmel guarding Frimmel, just so you can say it.
She's rebounded. Frimmel's missed a shot, and Trimmel rebounded it. And she gets the back in. She's going to check out of game off that make.
So Rick Landgrebe is chiming in the comments. He said that last year the Sigourney girls held a team scoreless for 3 quarters, but he's not positive what the final score was.
All righty. Here's a shot. Missed, rebounded by Tish. Her putback was no good. This rebound by Smallwood, no good. Rebounded by Tish, and her putback is no good. And Ashton can just smile over at the bench as her and Devin basically played catch on each side of the rim. Neither one could get it to go. Tigers bring it across the floor. 5:50 to go. Continuous clock moving. Here's inside. Pass is tipped by Finneran as they work it around. And a 3 is banked in by Michaela Shakantley, what we'll call it. I apologize if I said that wrong. First 3-pointer of the night for the Tigers. And here is Claire Hanselman, right wing. Sends it to the corner of Smallwood. Savage keep working around. That's Ella Finneran, top of the key. Ella's going to drive right side, passes it off to Hanselman. Hanselman sends it back door to Bruns. That pass was wide, had to make Bruns adjust. Now down to the corner to Ashton Tish. Tish drives inside. 7 to shoot on the shot clock. Pass going up top is taken away. Fast break opportunity for Miller, but she loses a handle on it. And then double dribbles as she picked it back up off the floor. Finneran and Tish doing a good job of getting back and slowing up the fast break. And Bruns will bring the Savages up the floor. 4:45. Bruns sends it to Finneran. Finneran lobs it into Smallwood. Smallwood trying to fight her way through traffic into 4 defenders and has the ball ripped out of her hands. Iowa Valley now trying to transition. Hanselman able to get back and slow it up. Blocks the shot into the hands of Finneran. Finneran gets it back to Bruns, and Bruns brings him right back up the floor. Bruns goes left side. Nothing doing. Sends it back to the right wing to Hanselman. Hanselman drives off the right wing. Sends it to the corner to Smallwood. Goes out to swing around. Reverse the court. Finneran now left wing. Ella sends it into Ella Bruns. Bruns has a 5-4, gets a shot up, no good. Rebounded by Smallwood. Smallwood's putback is no good. Rebounds, gets her own rebound. Her next putback is good. So Kevin Smallwood able to finally get one to go. And here are the Tigers. Baseline jumper is put up, missed. That was Raya Miller. Ella Bruns has it. She'll bring them up the floor. 3:30 to go. Bruns sends it to Finneran. Finneran fires a 3, and this is off the mark. Got the bench to stand up and cheer for Ella to shoot that 3, but a little too strong. And here's a 3 taken by Iowa Valley. No good. Long rebound is tracked down by Bruns. That was Jasmine Slaymaker that tried that 3 for Iowa Valley. Here's Smallwood inside. Has the ball poked out. It's free. Hanselman comes up. Gets it to Finneran. Left wing to Bruns. Bruns fires a 3, and this is way too strong. Saved back in bounds by Smallwood. Ball is tipped, though. Taken away. Fast break for Marshall. Bruns able to get back and slow it up. They go across the lane, and the layup is no good. Rebounded by Hanselman. And we're going to get a substitution timeout as Smallwood and Trimmel will come in for, Charlie Smothers and Adeline Trimmel will come in for Devin Smallwood and Ella Bruns. Smothers, right wing, puts a runner up, and this is bouncing around and good. Charlie's got 3 points. Went 1 for 2 at the free throw line as well tonight. 2:13 to go, and ball's knocked out of bounds by Smothers. We'll stay with Iowa Valley, 26 on the shot clock. And now a travel as McKenna Shedlaw took off on a drive, and her feet moved before the ball. Trimmel will set up the Savage offense with 1:40 to go. Smothers right wing. Sends it to the corner to Hanselman. Hanselman tries to lob it into Tish, but it's over her head. Iowa Valley takes it over. And then trouble in the backcourt is Shavala. Gets some help. Miller's able to bring him across. Just in the nick of time. They had about a second to spare. Here's Shavala. She fires a mid-range jumper. This is no good. Long rebound is being bounced around. Finally, Trimmel secures it, covers it up, and waits for everybody to clear out. And she'll bring him up. Smothers, right wing, sends it up top to Finneran. Down to Trimmel. Ball is tipped by Shavala. Savages will keep it. 50 seconds remaining. 20 seconds on the shot clock.
The thing I like about this Iowa Valley gym is there's actually a lot of room on the sidelines. And we've been in a lot of gyms this winter, and just sometimes there's not a lot of room, but plenty of walking distance on the sidelines.
There's a fast break by Iowa Valley, and again, Savage defense. Ella Finneran that time able to get back and disrupt the shot. No points scored. Shot clock is now off. Savages can dribble it out if they choose. Smothers has it. They're not looking aggressive. Now they send it inside to Tish, who tipped the pass, the high pass. She tipped it and almost went in. I don't even think she realized it. Iowa Valley comes up with it coming down the floor with under 10 to go. Trying to get a shot off. Hanselman comes up with it, gets it to Trimmel. Trimmel at half court is going to try it as time's going to expire, and it went over the backboard and out of bounds. And our game will end with these Savage ladies winning 55-15. They will improve to 16-4 on the season. Iowa Valley will fall to 6-14 as we finish South Iowa Cedar League play for these two teams. Sigourney's up next is Moravia, and we will name McKinley Chittick as our Sigourney Motors player of the game. Started out with a couple of three-pointers and just really set the pace early, and didn't play much in the second half, but did her damage in the first half.
All right, so McKinley Chittick, Sigourney Motors Player of the Game. And again, the Sigourney girls get the easy win over Iowa Valley tonight, 55-14. We thank Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance for sponsoring our fourth quarter. And now we are in between games. We got about 15 minutes before the boys' game is set to begin. So stick around. Boys' game coming up here shortly on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. All righty, we've got about a minute 40 before the boys' game begins for the Sigourney Iowa Valley doubleheader. Again, the Sigourney girls were the winners in the first game. Now, Josh, we did have Adam Sellers do some research for us at home tonight. We were talking about the best defensive effort for Sigourney. He says in the last 18 years, according to the Bound website, the Sigourney girls have given up 4 points twice in the last few years to Belle Plaine, both times. So Sigourney has done that twice over the last few years, and that's according to the last 18 years of stats. But anyway, we'll see what the Sigourney boys can do. We do thank our sponsors for bringing our games for us tonight. Barnwired, Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics, Oski Dental, Christy Tarr, American Family Insurance, Keokuk Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shuttler Insurance Services, Lifetime Dental, Marie Grace Photography, Copper Lantern Bar and Grill, Signs Plumbing, Brothers Market, Sheets Chiropractic, Serve Pro, and Sloan Moore Monument. Now, Josh, we got a big-time player on the court for Iowa Valley. We'll see how he does against the Sigourney Savages.
Yeah, oh, that was loud. Okay, there we go. Yeah, Caleb Hack. As Coach Eslick mentioned, was on your coach's show over the weekend. He's now a 4-star recruit in the state of Iowa, and certainly somebody got to keep an eye on. But Sigourney, these two teams played back in December, and on December 17th, the Sigourney won that one 57-54. So a narrow victory, but nonetheless, they did it with Hack and John Berg on the floor. We actually have the state of Iowa leading for all classes. Caleb Hack is the defensive rebound leader with 204. Second is Garrett Lute of Underwood with 182, so pretty big lead there. And then John Berg leads the state in offensive rebounds. He's got 107. Next closest to him is Reese Montgomery with 103. Reese Montgomery. As we're jumping into the starting lineups, we got Ike Malnix shaking hands with number 5, Lane Pesca, the sophomore. And then we got Landon Conrad out there. Landon is a sophomore as well. He'll meet up with number 13. I was looking at the wrong roster. That was Cole Long. And then you got Solon Yates meeting up with Owen Avery. And then Isaac Bruns will shake hands with Caleb Hawk. Hawk, if you're tuning in and don't know, he's listed as 6'9", so certainly some height. And here comes John Berg. And he'll meet with Xavier Peterson, freshman. So set to go in that regard. And Steve, you suppose Caleb Hawk is going to do the tip ball here?
Maybe.
Coach's indifference.
When he's got like 6 inches on anybody else.
And yes, Landon Conrad getting the start for the Savages with the injury to Braden Woods. Braden Wood on the bench tonight, out for the remainder of the season. As we're set as Bruns and Hawk meet at center court. Bruns doesn't stand a chance against that, and Hawk tips it back to Pesca. As Iowa Valley sets up their offense. You got to give Isaac credit. I mean, he's good 6 inches shorter than Hawk. Here's a quick three, or a deep two, missed by Iowa Valley. But he still was, he got way up there. Malnix from the right side. Hands it off to Bruns. Bruns drives right side lane, passes across lane to Berg. Berg reverses it, lays it up in and good. Great attack there by the Savage offense. Got Hawk looking at Bruns driving, and he went across the lane to Berg. Inside, they're going to get a layup from Owen Airy. Savages right back down the floor. Conrad with that far side corner. Gets it up top to Yates. Yates right wing to Bruns. Bruns drives to the side, goes back out to Yates. Catches it, fires a three, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hawk. Caleb takes all the way down the floor, and he is fouled by Isaac Bruns. Bruns not liking it, thinks he had all ball, as the officials are actually going to talk this over. before they signal a foul. Still discussing it. We'll see what they come up with.
Oh, wow.
And they called a jump ball.
No.
Oh, no, they
They're
just
saying
switched
charging.
it. They're charging on Hawk. That's his first. Game's first. Molnix brings it across the floor, tied at 2. Sends it into Conrad in the corner. Sends it back out to Berg. Left wing now to Bruns. Bruns fakes the pass one way, goes right side to Molnix. Molnix drives inside, step backs, puts a jumper up. It's a little too strong, rebounded by Iowa Valley's Cole Long. Harry has it baseline. They send it back up top. Pesca sends it right side. Lobs it into Hawk. Hawk back into the lane. Powers puts up a jumper. This is no good. Ball being tipped around, comes down with by Ike Molnix. Molnix hands it off to Yates. Yates at the free throw line. Kicks it back to Conrad. Conrad inside out. Yates head fakes from the right wing. Drives inside. Passes it down the baseline. Looking for Berg, but ball was a little too far out in front. And Sigourney turns it right back over. Still tied at 2. 5:49 to go. And Pesca brings the Tigers up the floor. Has it left wing, looking for a screen. Gets it, but Conrad able to close the door. Here's a quick three that is blocked by Molnix. And no, they say a foul on Molnix as Cole Long was taking a 3. So he'll go to the line and shoot 3. First foul called on Sigourney. Cole Long. This is the first one. Got 2 more to go. Can't get that one to go either. .536 on the clock. Cole Long shoots his 3rd free throw, and 3rd time's a charm for him. He's got 1. Iowa Valley has their first lead, 3-2. Conrad hands it off to Bruns. Bruns left side of the lane, outside to Molnix. Molnix head fakes a 3, drives inside, pushes off, and that's going to be the 2nd foul on Ike. That'll bring Landon Fish into the game. Molnix extended his elbow a little bit there as he was trying to find his way inside. Driving in, Hawk puts a mid-range jumper up and gets it to go. His first 2 points of the night. And Fish brings the Savages up the floor, hands it off to Yates. Yates now to Conrad. Conrad inside out to Fish. Fish drives quickly, goes down baseline, taken away by Hawk. In transition, down the floor he goes. Yates is there and draws the charge. No, they're going to say a foul on Yates. The basket will count. And now some Caleb Hawk to the line. He finishes the job. He gets a 3-point play. He's got 5. Conrad, inside. Puts a jumper up. No good. Rebounded by Berg. Berg reverses layup and gets it to go. John Berg. Clearly a lot shorter than Hawk, but just outmoved him there. And here's a pass or a shot that goes up, blocked by Berg, right back into the hands of Airy. Airy tries his putback and gets it to go. Berg, great job blocking that and couldn't quite get it in his possession. The rest of the Sigourney defenders had already went down the floor. He had no help, lost it. They come up with it. Here's Bruns for 3. Off the mark, no good. Rebounded by Iowa Valley's Airy. Iowa Valley by 6. Hawk has it. Right wing. Fires a 3. It is no good. Rebounded by Yates. Sends it up the floor to Bruns from the left wing. Right wing now to Conrad. He drives into the lane. Passes it across to Berg. Berg puts a jumper up and is blocked by Hawk. Right back in the hands of Berg, and Berg's putback is good.
Berg showing no fear down low.
No, he's certainly winning the battle on that side of the floor between him and Hawk. Offensive side, Hawk's pretty much being guarded by Bruns. Here's a jumper over the top of Berg, and it falls and goes in. That is Owen Ari. He's got 4. 12-6 now. Bruns fires a quick 3 and gets it to go. 12-9 now. Minute and 20 seconds ago or so, we were deadlocked at 2. Before we start the score, here's a runner made by Xavier Peterson. Fish with it. Hands it off to Conrad. Sets the screen for him. Door closes. Back outside to Yates. Yates to the free throw line. Puts a jumper up, and this is an air ball into the hands of, nearly into the hands of Berg, but has it popped out and taken away by Ari. As the Tigers work it around the arc. Outside, they're going to try a 3 from Long, and this is off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Berg. Berg being harassed down low, able to clear it out. Gets it up to Landon Conrad. Conrad up to Fish. Fish from the right wing. Back around. Conrad head fakes, drives right side lane, puts up a tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Berg nearly, but has an arm of Hawk in between his arms. No foul called. Iowa Valley comes up with it, driving inside. Shot is taken and blocked out of bounds. It'll stay with Iowa Valley. John Berg with the block there.
Coach Eslick is not happy.
Yeah, that was totally a foul on Hawk there on Berg as Berg was going for that rebound. He just had his hand, or his arm basically, on Berg's head pushing down, and nothing was called. They get it in. This is Long, right side. Outside they'll go. They'll try a 3, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Landon Fish. Fish dribbles around Hawk, working quickly. Nearly travels, but able to get it off. Inside they go to Berg. Berg gets a jumper to go. John Berg's got 8. And the game ended now by far and away the player of the game as he gets a block on the backside again. Another block for Berg. As the Tigers work it around. Landon Conrad did come out of the game. Well, here's a lob inside to Hawk. It is tipped, taken away by Berg. Clears it out to Fish. Fish brings it up the floor. Drives inside. Hands it off. A 3 is taken and airballed into Isaac Bruns, who saves it back up to Jordan Trimble. And then down to the corner to Bruns. Tries a 3. No good. Rebounded by Hawk. Jordan Trimble came in for Landon Conrad. As Hawk has it inside, being guarded by Bruns. Does a step back. Gets a shot. Does not go. Rebounded by Berg. Bruns comes down the floor. Gets a Trimble. Trimble fires a 3, and this is an air ball again. Battle for the rebound goes out of bounds. Last touched by Iowa Valley's Noah Etzel. Send a pass inside, and it's tipped and taken away by Etzel. Inside, baseline jumpers put up front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Berg. 18 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Yates brings it up the floor. Stops, sends it to Bruns, top of the key. He head fakes the shot there, kicks it outside to Fish. Fish back up top to Yates. Yates has room, sends it back to Fish. 5 to shoot. He drives inside, puts a runner up in the lane, and this is bouncing around, no good. Rebounded though by Jordan Trimble as time will expire. Trimble couldn't get turned around in time, so we will head to the second quarter with Iowa Valley leading 14-11.
Okay, we do thank Barnwire. They sponsored our first quarter. Again, I think we got through the first quarter without any sort of big breaks, so we do thank Barnwire at 119 East Marion Street in Sigourney. Home decor, coffee, and more. Let's hear from our second quarter sponsor. Second quarter coming up. It's brought to us by Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP, is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics are our sponsor for the second quarter, which is set to begin. Again, Iowa Valley boys leading Sigourney 14-11. Josh Clubb with our play-by-play.
All right, yeah, that pace of this game picked up quickly at about 3 minute mark. John Berg, Solon Yates, Jordan Trimmel, Ike Malnix, and Isaac Bruns out on the floor for the Savages. Malnix picked up 2 fouls there in that first. Sends it to the corner to Trimmel. As they work it around the arc, Bruns sends it to Malnix, right wing. Malnix lobs it into Yates. Pass is taken away. All the way in transition to the left side of the lane. Too strong on the layup. The putback is blocked. It goes out of bounds. Last touched by Sigourney. And now Iowa Valley's coaching staff unhappy with the no call there. Really should have been a jump ball on that block. No whistle sounded. They get it in. Working around. Hawk has it. Right wing sends it to Etzel. They lob it into Hawk. He's going to back his way in, then turn around and puts a... He actually has to throw the ball down into the rim, but gets it to go. As Bruns drives inside, kicks it to Malnix. Malnix gets down in the corner, has to send it back up to Bruns. Bruns hands it off to Jordan. Jordan tries to lob it out to Mike. Ike gets it to Bruns now. Bruns looking for a lane to drive. Gets in there, drives, puts a shot up, and is blocked by Hawk right in the hands of Yates. 8 to shoot. Right back to Bruns. He puts a jumper up. This is no good. Long rebound goes out of bounds. Last touch by Iowa Valley. So Sigourney can't get the shot to go, but retains possession with the new shot clock. And Iowa Valley's going to get a quick sub in. That's Owen Airy coming back in. Coming out will be Chandler McKibben. Yates gets it into Malnix. Yates, left wing, fires a three, and this is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Hawk. He brings it up the floor from the right wing. Sends it down to the corner. Across the lane they go. The shot is put up and off the heel, no good. Rebounded by Bruns over his back and nothing called. A jump ball is called, and Coach Eslick is not going to like that. Try not to be biased here, but anytime you have the ball up, or you have the ball in front of your head or in front of your face about your chest, and you get ripped backwards, I think that's a definition of over the back, but it's not called. Bruns and Yates trying to plead the case for Bruns. Nothing doing. It's a jump ball. It'll stay with Iowa Valley. They get it into Hawk. Possession arrow will flip to Sigourney now. 6:16 to go. 16-11. And here are the Tigers going into Hawk. Hawk waits, goes up, goes for a dunk, and he's fouled on his way up. Shot will count. Foul is called on Berg, his first. As Yates, too, on that attempt by Hawk, got uber aggressive, but didn't draw a foul. And that timeout taken by Sigourney after Hawk completes the three-point play.
Okay, and Keokuk County Hospital and Clinics sponsoring our second quarter. We do thank all of our sponsors like Sigourney Motors for the player of the game, Barn Wired, Oski Dental, Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance, Keokuk Auction Company, Helmuth Ford, Son-in-Law Services, Shuttler Insurance Services, Lifetime Dental, Marie Grace Photography, Copper Lantern Bar and Grill, Signs Plumbing, Brothers Market, Sheets Chiropractic, Serve Pro, and Sloan Moore Monument. Now, Josh, I know on the Sigourney sideline, the players have their Live Like Kyle T-shirts, which is kind of a neat tribute to their classmate that recently passed away in that tragic accident.
Yeah, do believe we got here just a bit late, but I believe the girls were wearing them as well in their original warm-up.
Okay.
Yeah, something to honor him and reminds everybody that life is bigger than basketball. But right now, that's what we're watching is Berg has it at the right wing, sends it around to Bruns. Malnick's right wing. Inside to Yates. Yates puts a jumper up and cannot get the roll. Battle for the rebound is tipped by Berg. Goes out loose. Hawk comes up with it, sends it down low. Across the lane they go. This shot is traveled. He's actually traveled. Berg actually blocked that shot, but they call it travel first on Peterson. So it won't go down as a block for John Berg, but Berg actually waited on that last missed shot for Hawk to go up and get it and just poked at it from behind. Here's a pass, jump taken away in transition, all the way in and laying it up in and good is Pesca. He's got 4. And the Tigers lead by 10. Malnick has it left wing. Hands it off to Yates. Yates back outside to Bruns. Bruns drives inside, puts a jumper up, and this is off the front of the rim, no good. And Pesca brings it off. Left wing, sends it down to the baseline. Deep into the baseline is Long. He turns around, tries to get a reverse layup up, no good. Battle for the rebound. Was tipped by Trimmel. Up to Bruns. Bruns tries to pass Yates in transition and overshoots him. Sends it out of bounds. Turns right back over to Iowa Valley, and Landon Conrad will check in for Trimmel now. Pesca brings the Tigers up the floor. Long drives inside to the lane, puts up a tough shot. This is tipped and foul out of bounds. Last touch by Caleb Hawk, so it'll go back to Sigourney. .449 to go here in the second. Sigourney trails by 10. Need a field goal here. Bruns drives right side and falls down. Ball comes free. Taken away by Iowa Valley. In transition, they send it to Hawk. He can't quite hang on to it. Now drives baseline, and a charge called on Caleb Hawk. Ran into Berg. He doesn't like it, but that was very clear. His second. Team's first. As he'll check out of the game now, in will come Elijah Lilly. Malnick will bring the Savages up the floor. 4:27 to go, still trailing by 10. They're lobbing inside to Berg. Berg spins back outside to Malnick. Malnick catches, fires a three from the right wing, and this is good. Mike Malnick with his first points of the game. As the Tigers trying to work through the zone of Sigourney. Bruns knocks the ball free. The last touched by Iowa Valley. That is Lilly, who's in for Hawk. Couldn't hang on to it after Bruns tipped it away. They turn it back over to the Savages. Here's Sigourney. Try another deep one here, but Bruns gets a path to the lane, puts up a layup, and it's good, and he'll go to the line to try to make it a three-point play. Bruns has 5, trying to make it 6 here to close the gap to within 4.
With the big guy for Iowa Valley going to the bench, it totally changes the game immediately.
Yeah, here's Bruns gets the roll. He's got 6 points. Savages back to within 4. Here are the Tigers. They haven't really relied on him much on the offensive side of the floor, but defensively certainly has taken away the penetration drives from the Savages. Here the Tigers send a pass that was tipped. Loose, driving back baseline, tries to send it back outside to Long. Long drives inside right lane, stops in the lane, kicks it out. Going to try a deep jumper, and this is too strong. Long rebound to Conrad. That was Airy that missed it. Conrad gets it to Malnick. Malnick's baseline loses a handle on, otherwise he had a clear line to the hoop. Lost the dribble, gets back to Yates, inside to Conrad, back outside to Bruns, fires a three, and this is an air ball out of bounds. As Airy will come out, and in will come Noah Etzel. And Iowa Valley decides now to take a timeout. Actually, they had gotten to the point where they only had 2 starters left on the floor. We'll see if they'll use this timeout to charge everybody's batteries quick. 3:01 to go in the second.
Keokuk County Hospital and Clinic sponsoring our second quarter. Let's take a look at our remainder of our schedule for the regular season. Only 2 games left after tonight, Josh. At the beginning of this winter season, it was looking pretty daunting, and we had some killer weeks in there. But now we're just down to our last few games. Pekin at English Valleys on Thursday night for a boys game. North Mahaska and Oskaloosa, a girls-boys doubleheader next Tuesday. So, yeah, getting down to the nitty-gritty on the regular season.
Yeah, and much the way it always feels with basketball season. Of course, players know that too, but it felt like we did a game here and there, and then all of a sudden it was January 1st, and you blinked your eye, and we had 30 games under our belt, and it's February. Here's a three taken by Iowa Valley. It's in and out, rims out. Battle for the rebound goes off the hands of Lilly, and will stay with Sigourney as Jordan Tremmel will check in for Malnix.
Tremmel, obviously a player that's going to be seeing some minutes now that Woods is out for the rest of the year.
Yeah, and Landon Fish as well.
Yeah.
Kind of assumed Conrad would take a bigger role, and he has tonight. Here's a jumper missed by John Berg. Rebounded by Iowa Valley. But yeah, Eslick using some of the smaller guard or some of the younger guards to help navigate the injury to Wood. Here's a save by Bruns to Tremmel. They go across court. Back to Bruns. Tremmel's going to drive inside the lane. Passes off to Berg. Berg puts up a tough shot. Can't get it to go, but he's fouled by Lilly. That'll send John Berg to the line. That is Lilly's first foul. Team's third now. And Berg makes the front end. He's got 9 points. As now Landon Fish, who we were just talking about, comes in for Landon Conrad. Iowa Valley's going to send in McKibben for Pesca. Berg misses the back end. Sigourney, though, with the one make by Berg, gets it into a one-possession game if they can come up with a defensive stop here. Hawk went to the bench after he picked up his second foul and has remained there. And here's a mid-range jumper put up, and this is off the heel, rebounded by John Berg. He clears it out, but thought that Tremmel was going up the floor and passed it, and Tremmel hadn't moved yet, so Berg turns it right back over after getting that rebound. Minute 48 to go here in the second. Iowa Valley leads by 3. Long at the right wing. Goes to the left side now to Peterson. Peterson drives inside, gets in trouble. Back out to Lilly. They swing it around. Back out to Lilly, who tries a jumper from just inside the arc. No good. Rebounded by Yates. Fish with it. Has a path all the way to lane. Puts a runner up. This is no good. Rebounded by Berg. Berg puts it right back up in there. Another offensive board for Berg, and he's got 11 points. Sigourney back to within 1 with a minute 16 to go. Long gets a screen, drives off of it. Reverses back to it. Jumper is no good. Battle for the rebound is loose. Ends up in the hands of Iowa Valley. Then the putback is ripped down by John Berg. Gets it up to Bruns. Bruns hands it off to Tremmel. Tremmel back outside to Fish. Fish now to Bruns. Bruns tries left side lane. Passes across. Berg lays it up in and goes. And yeah, with Caleb Hawk off the floor, Iowa Valley does not have an answer for John Berg.
I think Sigourney's gone on an 11-0 run since he went to the bench.
They have. And here is a pass that is tipped, taken away by Tremmel into the hands of Fish. Fish bringing him down the floor with 33 seconds on the game clock. Game clock and shot clock separated by about a second. So Coach Eslick yelling one shot. He wants Fish to dribble this down a little bit. Hands it off to Tremmel. Offense now starting to move around a little bit with 15 seconds to go for the half. Bruns has it in the right wing. Bruns is Not really attempting to go anywhere. He's going to have to, as they call 5 seconds. As they're going to call a 5-second call on Bruns. Bruns still holding the basketball. Yates is discussing with the official. So when somebody's guarding you that closely and you haven't dribbled yet, you have to start dribbling within 5 seconds. And he's saying what Bruns was arguing is there's no count. Here's a shot as time's going to expire, and he banks it home. And they're going to say that's a 2-pointer for Iowa Valley. So they'll head to halftime with a 1-point lead, 23-22. Lots of lots of drama there to the last 30 seconds of that half, but Iowa Valley will head to halftime with a 1-point lead.
Okay, so exciting stuff here in Iowa Valley tonight. Again, the Sigourney girls won earlier, and now we've got the boys game in a tight race at halftime, 23-22 in favor of Iowa Valley. Our halftime is sponsored by Schottler Insurance Services. Hey, again, we do thank Shetler Insurance Services for sponsoring our halftime. We're about a minute and a half away from getting back into action for Sigourney boys at Iowa Valley tonight. And let's see here. Let's go ahead and hear from our third quarter sponsor, if I can find it. There we go. We've got Oski Dental as our third quarter sponsor, and let's hear from them right now. Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Oski Dental is sponsoring our third quarter of Sigourney basketball. This is our last regular season Sigourney game that we're going to be covering here on Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, and YouTube. And in for a barn burner. A humdinger, a doozy.
A doozy.
As the Sigourney boys down by a point to Iowa Valley. And Josh, it was a kind of a game, two halves in one half. As the big guy for Iowa Valley, what's his last name? Hawk?
Caleb Hawk.
When he was in, Iowa Valley got a 10-point lead. When he went down with two fouls, Sigourney came charging back. And now we're a 1-point game. We'll see how things turn out here in the second half.
Yeah, starting five back on the floor for the Savages, and they said it there at the end of the second. Iowa Valley really doesn't have an answer for Berg on the offensive side for John Berg when Hawk is on the bench. He went to the bench with two fouls, back out there now as the Savages opened up the second half with this possession. Inside, they get it down low to Berg, who lays it up in, and no good, just missed it off the backside. As Iowa Valley quickly down the floor, they send a pass to the baseline that tries to save it inbounds. It went into the hands of Bruns, but they're going to say Long landed on the baseline before he threw it off anyway, so it wouldn't have mattered. Sigourney takes it right back over. Both teams coming up with a stop to start the third. Game started pretty slow scoring. We're halfway through the first quarter, and it was still 2-2, but both teams kind of turned it on as of late. Here's Yates, who's going to try a three, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Hawk. Beska sends it right side to Peterson. Peterson drives right wing, goes inside in the lane, stops, kicks it outside to Beska. Beska drives off the head fake, puts up a high shot. No good. Rebounded by Bruns. Both teams coming out cold, and Smolniks gets down to the corner, sends it back up top to Conrad. Conrad drives right side of the lane, puts a runner up. That's too strong. Rebounded by Iowa Valley's Airy. Send it inside to Hawk. Hawk versus backs his way, steps back, throws it down baseline to Long. Long right back inside to Hawk. Hawk turns, working around Yates, has a shot blocked by Solon Yates. And Savages come up with it. Conrad driving inside, and a blocking foul is going to be called on Owen Ari. That's his first.
Solon Yates can put that block on his resume, saying he blocked the big guy.
Yeah. I blocked a 6'9", dude. Here's Malniks at the line. First shot is good. Ike's got 4 points, and that ties it up. He's going to shoot for the lead here, 6:15 in the third. Malniks does just that. Sigourney back on top by 1. Long from the left wing. Dowry now inside to Hawk. Hawk has got 3 Savages around him, turns and sends it over the top of all of them and gets the jumper to go. He's got 12. He averages almost 18 points a night. To the right side, that's Conrad. Back up top to Malniks, who's left all alone. Fires a 3, and this is good. Hikes with 8. All 5 of Sigourney points the second half. They lob it into Hawk. Hawk spins, puts a jumper up in the lane, and good. And he could do that all night long if he wanted to. And Steve, we were talking about that during the break, that surprised he doesn't do that more.
Yeah, you think a 6'9" guy in Southeast Iowa, where there aren't many 6'9" guys.
Yeah.
You just post up all night long.
Got it tied at 27. Conrad has it at the right wing. Picks up his dribble, sends it left wing to Yates. Landon drives inside. Misdirection with the dribble. Berg goes underneath the hoop, has the ball ripped away. Battling for it still in the lane. They get it out. Iowa Valley sends it up the floor long, but Yates able to get down the floor and saves it inbound. Tips it towards the out of bounds, then saved it back to Malnix. Sol and Yates playing with some intensity. Malnix and Yates have come out of halftime with their A game. Here is Conrad driving, puts a runner up. That's way short. Conrad unhappy with himself. Here's a pass, another one taken away by Sol and Yates. Lays it up, no good, but he is fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two. He's going to be fouled by Ari. That's his second. And how about Sol and Yates the last couple of minutes? Getting steals, blocking Hawk. He's just been kind of... He heard us talking about John Burke for Sigourney Motors Player of the Game, and he wants his name in the hat. He gets that one to go.
Definitely the last few games that we've done for Sigourney, Solon has definitely he's turned it on here this last half of the season.
Yeah, his aggressiveness has certainly went up, and he makes both free throws. That's just 2 points for him tonight. Typically an outside shooter, but defensive specialist here tonight. They lob it inside, go up top to Hawk. He goes reverse side layup, gets it to go. Conrad, left wing, left alone, sends it to the corner to Yates. Tied at 29. Yates back outside to Malnix, who fires a three, and this is in and out, no good. Battle for the rebound is tipped out of bounds by Conrad. .29 all with 4:06 to go in this third period. Both teams have used one timeout. There's 2 fouls on Iowa Valley at this point in this quarter. No fouls called on Sigourney just yet. Hawk sends it baseline. Shot is blocked by Berg out of bounds.
John said, get that at it.
That was Noah Etzel that came in for that shot that Berg blocked. They inbound it to Hawk. Hawk goes in, down low to long. Head fakes, gets to lay up and good. Bruns, who's been quiet this second half, drives inside, kicks it out to Yates. Yates across the floor to Malnix. Malnix steps in, then backs up. Go right back to him. Malnix drives inside, has the ball poked from behind. Ball is loose, battle for it on the floor. Peska's going to track it down, sends it up the floor to Hawk. Hawk from the scorer's table, drives right side into the lane. Yates was there. He was ran into. Hawk grabs the missed layup and dunks it. Sigourney wasting no time getting down the floor. They get it into Berg. Has the pass tipped, and a foul is going to be called on, I would assume that's on Peska of Iowa Valley. It is. As him and Berg collided. Second foul on Peska. Sigourney will keep it. Good job by the Savages, though, there. That Iowa Valley wanted to celebrate that dunk by Hawk, and Savages wasted no time getting down the floor. Here's Tremble from the corner, drives inside, puts a shot up and good. Wow, that was sick.
We've seen him play in some of the JV games beforehand, and he's a player.
He certainly is, and Iowa Valley trying to answer. The ball's kicked out of bounds by Bruns. It'll stay with Iowa Valley. He did a little hop step there. It's a similar move that Joe Moore does, that sometimes it gets called for a travel, sometimes it doesn't. It didn't there, and Trimble made it pay. They're bobbing into Hawk. He's going to back into Bruns. Just jumps up over him and lays it in. Credit Berg and Bruns, who've been guarding Hawk most of the night. They're not really... They're just letting him have his points because they don't want to get in foul trouble trying to defend something he couldn't defend. Here's a nice pass by Trimble into Yates. Shot was missed. Rebounded by Berg. Offensive rebound put back up in and good. And off the make, Coach Essex is going to take a 30-second timeout with 2:26 to go in the third. Iowa Valley leads 35-33.
Great game we've got going on here tonight. Sigourney at Iowa Valley, third quarter being sponsored by Oski Dental. And you can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at 641-673-4845. Now, something you'll want to be looking for at the end of this week is some girls' state wrestling coverage on Steve Shuttler Media. Now, we're going to have live video. Don't want to get you fooled with that. But we will have Clint Dye from Tag Team Photography on hand at the girls' state wrestling tournament with pictures and maybe some videos and an article or two from the girls' state wrestling tournament in Coralville at the Extreme Arena. So look for that later on this week on Steve Shuttler Media.
Yeah, girls wrestling exploded on the scene here a couple of years ago, and of course Sigourney at the heart and center of that with Brianna Utterback. Here's Hawk at the baseline, far side of the floor, passes it into the lane to Pesca. His shot is no good, rebounded by Yates. Yates gets it to Malnix. He gets it up to Berg. Berg reverses the layup and good. John Berg just beat everybody down the floor there to earn that layup. We're back tied at 35 with exactly 2 minutes to go in this third. Peterson gets into trouble. Yates poking at it, trying to get him to lose his dribble. Back outside. Hawk steps, fires a three, and this is good. I got him down for 21 points. Malnix sends it to Yates. Yates is going to return the three. No good. Air ball right in the hands of Trimble. Trimble dribbles out of underneath the lane. Fires it. Yates fires it again, and this is good. Solon Yates ties it right back up. The assist by Jordan Trimble, and now picking up the dribble in the backcourt. They get it to Hawk. Hawk drives left side, loses the handle on it. Bruns tips the ball out of bounds, but stays with Iowa Valley. Minute 22 now. As Etzel will send it in to Pesca. Back to Etzel on the left wing. Back up top, swinging around to Pesca. Pesca lobs into Hawk. Hawk spins, lays it up in and good. And Malnix brings the Savages back. Try to answer. 40-38. Runs. Drives right side of the lane. All the way in. Kicks it out to Trimble, who fires a three from the corner, and this is good. Jordan Trimble's got 5. Savages lead by 1. 52 seconds now in the third. Driving on. Backdoor. Trying a shot. No good. Rebounded by Bruns. Bruns gets it up to Malnix. Malnix in transition. He's got numbers if he wants to take it. Passes off to Berg. Berg lays it up. No good. Gets his own putback, and he is hacked, but nothing called by Hawk. Hawk takes it all the way to the other end of the floor. Spins. Passes a baseline. Put up and good by Etzel. Iowa Valley with a 1-point lead, 24 seconds. Shot clock is off. Malnix in the corner. Dribbles away from Pesca. Savages playing keep away a little bit here. Get inside 10. Trimble hands it off to Yates. Now it's 6 seconds. Malnix falls down. Pesca tries to take it away. Ball is still loose. Pesca comes up with it, lays it up and good as time expires in the third. And we will head to the fourth quarter with Iowa Valley leading 44-41.
And we do thank Oski Dental. They sponsored our third quarter. Fourth quarter coming up. It's going to be a good one. It's being brought to us by Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa, 641-673-8965. Christy Tarr, American Family Insurance, sponsoring our fourth quarter, and it's going to be a good one. As you see there on your screen, Iowa Valley 44, Sigourney 41, and we go to the fourth. Play-by-play done by Josh Clubb. Josh.
All righty, same 5 will stay on the floor for the Savages. Trimble came in off the bench for Landon Conrad and kind of earned his spot to stay out there at this point. We'll see as this progresses. Iowa Valley starting with it. They lob it into Hawk. Hawk back outside. Long's going to try a three, and this is off the front of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Molnix. Molnix clears it out. Then baseball passes up the floor to Trimble. Trimble lays it up in and good. Not only did he have Trimble up there, Berg was standing right there too, so Trimble couldn't get that layup. Berg was going to get it and put it in. Iowa Valley gets into Hawk. Hawk from the free throw line. Has a pass taken away by Berg, and then he's fouled by Caleb Hawk. That'll be his third. I think Hawk thought that ball was still loose and was reaching for it, and Berg had it secured and runs into him. His third. Sigourney trails by one. Bruns from the right wing. Spins, gets a shot up, and good. Isaac Bruns showing off some fancy handwork there and gives the Savages back the lead. Hawk has it right wing, steps back, fires a three, and this is off the mark, off the heel. Battle for the rebound, goes out of bounds. No, Long saves it down in the corner, gets it in. They send it outside. Peska's going to try a three, and this is too strong. Rebounded by Berg, sends it up to Molnix. Molnix and Trimble have numbers. He passes it off to Trimble. Trimble lays it up in and good. Jordan Trimble with 9. Savages lead by 3. Peska coming down the floor in a hurry, gets it right side to Etzel, and Sigourney able to get back and slow it up. Etzel from the right side, trying to get it into Hawk. Berg's got position and passes. Tries to pass it high. Yates takes it away, saves it out of balance in the back into Bruns. Bruns with numbers. Again, takes it himself this time and cannot get the layup to go. But Bruns goes takes the ball back and then is fouled. Timeout taken by Iowa Valley. They're going to call a foul on number 15. Owen Ari, that's his third.
Mr. Tremmel, the kid.
The kid. Yeah, right there. I mean, they've done it twice in a row, and as in that fast break, Bruns looks over at him, and the defender went that way, so Bruns takes it to the rim. I mean, that's drawing the attention, and then Bruns misses the layup, but doesn't give up on the play and draws the foul. So that's 3 on Ari. We got 6:14 to go. Sigourney leads by 3. They will have the basketball when we resume.
Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance, our fourth quarter sponsor, and you can get a hold of her, 641-673-8965, or email ktar@amfam.com. You can see that info on your screen. She sponsors this fourth quarter.
All right, Trimble's going to bring it in. The Savages is going to play out of the box formation. They get it into Molnix in the corner. Molnix back up top to Yates. Yates slips and has to just hand it back off to Molnix. Savages will reset. Molnix hands it off to Bruns. Bruns from the top of the key kicks outside to Yates, who fires a three, and this is good. Solon Yates has 8. The Savages have their biggest lead of the night. It's 6, 50-44. Caleb Hawk with it, gets it across to Peska. Now to Long as they set up their offense. Long from the right wing, passes it up top to Peska. They'll try the other side with Peterson. Peterson back to Peska, lobs it inside to Ari. Back out to Long, who fires a three, and this is good. Caleb Long, his first point since the first quarter, and here's a runner put up by Molnix. Can't make it, nearly got his own rebound. It ends up in Yates' hand. He fires a three. This is well off the mark. Gathered in by Long. Berg not giving up on it yet. Now Long just dribbles up the court. Drives left side, inside. Now back out. Savages sitting up, set up their 2-3 zone. Ari tries to throw a pass to Etzel, and it goes through his hands, and it's going to be an over and back violation on Iowa Valley, and Peska should have just looked back and realized the Savages weren't coming and let that thing go, because now they will inbound it from their side of the floor. 5 minutes exactly on the game clock. Sigourney leaves by 3. Yates gets it in the backcourt to Molnix. They'll set up their offense. Lined up on the baseline besides Trimble. Now Berg comes out, gets a screen to Molnix. Molnix reverses the screen, goes inside, has the ball. He's fouled as the ball is poked away. They call that on Ari, his 4th. And Iowa Valley's going to sub for him. They're going to bring in Etzel. These 5 Savage players have pretty much been on the floor this entire second half. They get it into Malnix. 4:47 to go. Malnix drives inside, jump stops, puts up a jumper. This is good. Ike's got 10. Savage is back up by 5. Hawk sends the left side to Long. Hawk sends it down low to Pesca, who misses the shot. Rebounded by Etzel, and his putback is good. .4:15 to go. Malnix behind the back dribble. Kicks it out to Yates, who fires a 3 from the corner, and this is too strong. Rebounded by Hawk. Up the floor they go, and Yates is getting back. Tips the ball out of bounds. Stay with Iowa Valley, but they'll have to inbound it from the baseline. Both teams with 3 timeouts remaining. Iowa Valley has 3 team fouls. Sigourney has yet to be called for a foul in this fourth quarter. Here's Etzel. Lobs it into Hawk. Hawk spins. Lays it up in and good. His first points of the fourth. Iowa Valley back to within 1. Malnix brings the Savages up the floor from the left wing. Hands it off to Yates. Yates now to Bruns. Bruns stops, fires a 3, and this is good. Bruns now has 11.
Good luck picking the player of the game.
The way the guys on the floor says, this pass is taken away. Malnix lays it up in and good. They've done such a great job as a team. Just when one person, a couple of people like kind of take over the game, and then they slow up, and then the next 2 people up, and it's now Malnix and Yates takes the ball from behind Hawk and steps on the line and turns it right back over to Iowa Valley. Landon Conrad's going to check back into the game for Trimmel. Kind of like to see Sigourney do some every stoppage substitutions here, where I guess they got 3 timeouts to work with too if they feel like gas is running out. Here's Ari back outside. They're going to try a 3. That is Pesca in the corner. Air ball into the hands of Ari, who lays it up in and good. Timeout taken by Iowa Valley on the make. 57-53, 2:57 to go. That is the 3rd timeout taken by Iowa Valley, so they'll have 2 remaining.
Christy Tard, American Family Insurance in Oskaloosa, sponsoring our fourth quarter. A heck of a fourth quarter being played right here. So run down Sigourney's top scorers if you can. I mean, I know, does Berg lead the way?
Berg leads the way with 17 points. Ike Malnix has 12. Isaac Bruns has 11. Jordan Trimmel's got 9. Solon Yates has 8. So that's your scoring leader. So, yeah, I don't know. I mean, you pick a point in the game and it's a different player of the game. Certainly Berg's had his moments. Yates has had his moments, so has Malnix. Bruns has just been, as we always see, just consistently always part of the game. Jordan Trimmel coming off the bench making a big impact. He sits out right now as Malnix brings it up. Iowa Valley going to turn on the pressure. Malnix breaks right through it, no problem. Sends it outside. Landon Conrad back in. Passes it across the lane to Berg. Berg's shot is blocked. That should be a goaltend. Nothing called. They're going to let him play. Hawk.
Obvious.
He's going to go down with the block, and his shot is poked from behind. Ball just whistled is out of bounds. Coach Eslick still asking how that wasn't a goaltending. You got to agree. I mean, if it's on its way down, you can't hit it, and it's certainly on its way down. Here's Iowa Valley, gets it in. 2:31 to go. They trail by 4. They're going to try a 3 here, and this is in and out, no good. Rebounded by Ari. Ari's putback is no good. This is rebounded by Bruns initially and then slapped out of bounds. Last touch by Hawk of Iowa Valley. Sigourney will keep it. Jordan Trimble's going to check back in now. After a short breather, he comes in for Conrad. Iowa Valley's going to keep pressure on. 2:25 to go. And now they're going to say Bruns traveled out of bounds. Official explained it to him. He just kind of hung his head and went back out to play defense, so turn right back over to the Tigers. They get it into Long. As they're working around the perimeter, now they lob it into Hawk. He spins, throws across the lane to Ari. Ari's shot is good. Ari with those, he's got the 4 fouls for the Tigers. He's the leading scorer in this 4th period for them. Here's Molnix going inside, puts up a tough shot, gets it to go. Ike with some nice moves to get the shot to fall to give Sigourney the 4-point lead back. Hawk spins, throws it down to the corner. Driving, having the shot, the ball tipped by Tremble into the hands of Yates. Yates lets it clear out, hands it off to Molnix. Coach Essex telling Molnix, slow down. Minute 39 to go. And Iowa Valley will probably just look for a stop here, and then after this, if they don't get a stop, they're going to have to start the foul game. They might actually be trying to do it now. Tremble has it now, back out to Molnix. And now they're purposely trying to foul Molnix, and nothing's being called. Molnix goes up. His shot is blocked by Hawk. All the way down the floor, he's going to take it. He's fouled hard on his way up. Bruns wanted a charge, but I think they're going to get it on Molnix from behind. Selson, Caleb Hawk to the line. They called on Berg. That's just the first foul on Sigourney with a minute 14 to go. Second foul on John Berg. Caleb Hawk at the line to shoot 2. And he misses the first one, so it becomes a good foul. Really nothing hurt by that. Because again, just Berg's second and team's first. Especially if Hawk makes it, because that makes it a 1-possession game, or a 1-point possession. Sigourney gets it into Trimble. Trimble back to Molnix. Molnix dribbles through, around, gets it up to Trimble, down to the corner to Yates. Sigourney playing keep away. Lobs it up to Molnix. Back to Trimble. And Ari's the one that keeps getting on the defender with the ball. He's got 4 fouls, so he's not fouling. Inside a minute to go, Molnix now being fouled. They are waiting. They're certainly not given the foul quickly. He called that one on Peterson. That'll be the team's 4th, his first. So 54.7. Sigourney will inbound it. And Iowa Valley is going to foul Yates immediately. And that foul is going to be called on Cole Long. And that'll send Solon Yates to the line. That's Long's first foul. Sigourney leading by 3. 1 of 2, and Yates makes it a 2-possession game. He misses the front end. Conrad's going to come out, or come back in. Out's going to come Trimble. Yates can't connect either one. Still a 3-point game for the Tigers. You can tie it in this possession. 45 seconds to go. Long's going to try to do just that. It's off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Conrad. Conrad bounces it off the chest of Ari and goes out of... They're saying Conrad stepped out of bounds first. Great effort by Landon, though, because he fought hard for that ball. Timeout taken by Coach Eslick with 38.6 to go. They'll still have 2 remaining, leading by 3. Whew.
What a finish we're in for here. Christy Tard, American Family Insurance, and Oskaloosa sponsoring our 4th quarter. So if things hold steady right now, Josh, 38.6 seconds to go. We went through the high scorers for the Savages. Who, at this time, are you going with player of the game?
Right at this second, it would be between Molnix and Berg. Okay. Basically because of Molnix's surge here as of late. But I have a feeling the next 38.6, somebody's going to have to do something.
Yeah.
And that could ultimately sway my opinion because, you know, you can't look. I don't have the stats necessarily on Yates, but one, he blocked Hawk once, but then also the amount of steals he had in a row that were part of that Sigourney's 11-0 run. I mean, they couldn't get the ball around him and feeding it. And then, of course, Trimble Jordan Trimble,
Yeah.
but he hasn't. And now I don't know if maybe they don't trust him at the free throw line, but since Iowa Valley started fouling, they put Landon Conrad back in, and Trimble hasn't came back in yet. So, and he was, when they were inbounding it, he was quick to get rid of the ball, so he definitely didn't want to be at the line. Tigers get it in, trailing by 3. Long's thought about trying it, nothing doing, kick it back out. They're working around. Pesca has it, deep right wing. Long gets it into Hawk. Hawk has it, is fouled from behind by Bruns. No big deal. As basically you're stopping Hawk from turning around and laying it in at that point, and that's just the first foul on Bruns. Second on the team, so nothing hurt at all. Make him do it again. Shot clock is off now. Long could have waited, but he doesn't. He rattles it home to tie the game. But that 15 seconds to go. Sigourney has it, and I'm surprised Eslick's not taking a timeout. Bruns goes up for a shot. He is knocked to the ground. No foul call. Berg comes up with the rebound. Gathered in by Hawk, and a foul is called. They're going to call goaltending on Caleb Hawk. So that'll be 2 points for John Berg. .7 on the game clock. The timeout's going to be taken by Iowa Valley.
What are we calling here?
I'm pretty sure he called goaltending. I thought he called goaltending. If he called a foul, they gave the points to Sigourney, so it had to have been goaltending because the basket didn't go in. So yeah, it's the 2 points for Berg, so he's got 19 now. Iowa Valley will have the ball. But 5.7 left. Sigourney leads by 2. So Iowa Valley's going to have a chance to shoot a 3. Honestly, if I was Sigourney, if they get it inbound, I'd just foul them.
Oh, yeah. How many team fouls?
2. Two fouls.
So
for
they got
Sigourney.
fouls to give.
They can foul 3 times before, and I mean, even if you send them to the line to shoot 2 shots, the worst they're going to do is tie it. But yeah, uber aggressive on the inbounds, and they're discussing it now. Timeout. Iowa Valley has 1 timeout remaining, so they can essentially play coy on the inbound to see how Sigourney's going to defend it and call another timeout. Sigourney has 2 remaining. They could do the same. We'll see. (61-59). Savage is obviously going to apply pressure in the front court. Berg waiting back. They get it in. Yates is trying to foul, and he does with 4.2. That's just the second or third foul on Sigourney.
Exactly what they wanted to do.
Yeah. And
a
I
second
think that's
and a
the
half.
first on Yates. It is. And now they're going to try a baseball pass it into Hawk from the three-point line. He's fouled immediately. Bruns going for the ball. Well, they're good. The coach wants a intentional foul, but now Coach Essex is going to call timeout. With 2.7 on the clock, a full timeout taken by Sigourney. They'll have 1 remaining. That foul on Bruns, his second. Team's 4th.
I think that was a little bit of an acting job on Hawk's part.
It was. I mean, Bruns and him did hit heads, but so again, if you're Sigourney, I think you foul them. I mean, the worst they can do at the free throw line is tie the game. So,
But you don't want to foul them in the act of shooting a three-pointer.
no. You run into them before they catch the ball.
Yeah.
Don't let it be a shooting foul.
Again, Christy Tarr at American Family Insurance sponsoring our 4th quarter, and what a 4th quarter it has been. Sigourney leads 61-59, and you can get a hold of Christy Tarr for your insurance needs at 641-673-8965.
All right, so you got Landon Conrad, Ike Molnix, John Berg, Isaac Bruns, and Solon Yates on the floor. Lane Pesca's going to inbound it from right in front of Iowa Valley's bench. They get it in. He tries a 3, and it is no good. Time expires. Sigourney's going to win. They tried a 3 with Xavier Peterson. He cannot connect. Sigourney wins 61-59. And He did not miss that three by much, Steve. I mean, maybe a quarter of the basketball caught the rim and just enough to keep it out. And, well, we've seen Sigourney on both sides of this fence, and I got to look back here. I don't know. Everyone deserves to be player of the game, but I think we got to go with. We'll just go with John Berg. I mean, just because he was leading scorer, but man, if you could make 5, possibly even cases for 6 different players here tonight. It was a great performance by the Sigourney Savage boys team.
Yeah, you could just put the whole team up there, as you mentioned. But all right, so John Berg is our Sigourney Motors player of the game. And that wraps up our regular season coverage for Sigourney basketball. Not sure how the postseason is going to play out. So we'll see. Maybe, possibly, we'll squeeze some more Sigourney basketball in the postseason. I don't know. No promises made there. But anyway, we have thoroughly enjoyed doing some away games for Sigourney. And hopefully you guys at home have enjoyed the games as well. We do thank Iowa Valley for allowing us to come in and do the live stream tonight. Heck of a game. Sigourney girls win earlier in a blowout. Sigourney boys win in thrilling fashion here for the nightcap. Okay, that'll do it. Again, we thank all of our sponsors for making our basketball possible on Steve Shuttler, Facebook, and YouTube. And we'll see you Thursday as Pekin is at English Valleys for a boys game. So tune in then.